Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and if you want to see more. In today's episode, we're back to our predictions, and we'll see where the Castleford Tigers, where I think they'll finish in 2022. So we're back into the predictions, and Castleford Tigers are our thoughts for this episode. And as before, I'm just going to go through a history of what their Super League tenure has been like, and who's in and out at the clubs, and also where my predictions are. So, where they're going to finish. It's a difficult one, to be honest, in this one, but I'll try to be as succinct as possible and give you all my information. Before we go into the actual prediction itself, and all the information beforehand, Castleford off the field have been boosted by the £2 million grant from the Rugby League Resilience Fund. The three clubs in the area, Featherstone, Wakefield and Castleford, have all benefit from that, and there will be major changes off the field as well as on it, as you see in this video coming in the future. So Castleford are one of the founders of the Rugby Football League, the Northern Rugby Football Union as it was back then in 1895, and joined Rugby League in 1896. Their current home at Weldon Road has been their home since 1926 and was originally built as a home for Castleford Town Football Club. Castleford moved in themselves in 1927. They have been synonymous with summer rugby, but have also spent 2 seasons outside of the top flight in 2005 and 2007, where their coach was Terry Matterson, who joined the club in 2005, won the Championship Final and the Championship Cup, and then was relegated the following season. He stayed with them in the National League One, and they finished first, which was beneficial for them as they had been accepted as a licensee for Super League, and that was beneficial as they finished 12th in 2008. Matterson then left Castleford in 2011 after leading Castleford to a 7th and 2 9th place finishes in 2010, 11 and also 2009 for the 7th place. Then after a short spell with Ian Millwood in charge, it was left to Darren Powell to start the steadying and guiding of Castleford Tigers in 2013, after they finished 13th in 2012. But he has been their coach until the beginning of the 2022 season, which has been one of those most successful periods in Castleford's league history. After a couple of 4th place and 5th place finishes, Castleford won the Super League Leaders' Shield in 2017, but lost the grand final to eventual winners Leeds, despite Castleford beating Leeds 66 points to 10 in a regular season, the biggest win of any Super League game that season. He followed that up with a 3rd place finish in 2018, but 2019 was a 5th, and there was an 8th place in 2020, and 2021 saw his team to be 7th. He also guided the Tigers to the Challenge Cup final, where they was runners-up in 2014 and 2021 respectively. Now in the hands of Lee Radford, the shackles must come off so that Castleford can go those couple of steps further. Radford has made no bones about reshaping the side in his own image, while keeping the core of the original Castleford team. while keeping the core of players such as Adam Milner, Niall Evalds and Paul McShane. He has also brought in players like Joel Westerman on his, I think, third spell at the club, and Sui Matagi, who was on loan at the club last year, people who know the club, and one player he knows, which was followed up by two others that followed him from Hull, Barreto Faramo and Mahe Fanua. Plus, he brought in on permanent deals try-scoring machine Jake Malmo, who was Warrington's leading try-scorer last season, Alex Sutcliffe, Callum McClellan, and George Lawler from Leeds and Hull KR respectively. Kenny Edwards also joined the club on loan for a year from Huddersfield, as Huddersfield like loaning out their forwards, see Seb Hikahifo. Well, I think it's the outgoings where Castleford seem to be feeling it the most, as favourites Peter Matautia and Oliver Holmes both followed Daryl Powell to Warrington for the 2022 season, so it's going to be quite a bit of a different feel, especially around the pack and the centre areas, as they were key men under Powell's reign at the Castleford Tigers. There were a couple of retirements too, as Grant Millington retired from the game at the end of 2021 and is looking to become a fireman, while Michael Shenton left the club and retired, but also joined Hull FC as their player development coach. So that's two of their main centres in Matautia and Shenton, both not at the club anymore. So the likes of Mahe Fanua and Beretta Fariamo are more than likely going to fill into those spots. Andy Last, Bradford's assistant at Hull FC and also caretaker manager during the rest of the season where Bradford was released from Hull FC, has joined Castleford as the assistant coach for the 2022 season. So there's a lot of familiarity for Radford and the players that are being brought in to acclimatise to the Castleford way of thinking. Well, Radford's Castleford way of thinking. But they still promise that classy Cass mantra will still be about in the way that they set about their business when it comes game day. So, Castleford Tigers 2022, my prediction. Well, I think first of all, the club are going to aim for a same finish as last season, as I think that progression might be a bit too early at this stage, as there are a lot of moving cogs that have yet to find their place in the club. Don't get me wrong, they were well drilled in Bradford's way of playing rugby league, but I think the same finish as last season, 7th place, will be what they're aiming for, because last year they played 23 games, won 11 and lost 12. Points per game put them below their actual points tally, as if it was a standard year they would have been 6th, but they didn't. It was point per game. Anyway, they do have a little bit of quality in their team with Jacob Truman and Niall Evalds as their creativity, and plus the ever consistent Paul McShane, who's a bundle of energy, plays on the front foot and gets Castleford forward. They have Danny Richardson, who could come good again after which has been a difficult spell over the last couple of years. I don't think they'll get as high as 7th this year. No. I think they'll finish 9th. And the reason being is that if you go past those players, Evalds, Bruman, Richardson, there's no real halfbacks yet again signed at the club. Can't put too much pressure on the young people that are coming in. there's quality there in the forwards, at the wings, centres. They're even getting bigger all over the pitch. But I think they'll finish 9th. Just avoiding that bottom place, but not quite good enough to get to the playoff picture or be in the conversation. Granted, I could be completely wrong, as it is one way. It is a way that they play under Radford, where the halfbacks do not take too much on, really, and they're just a mouthpiece to make the forwards go forward. But it's a team in transition, one coach to another. The lack of depth at halfbacks worry me, and they could finish as low as 9. That's what I think. So that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and also share this video worldwide. And also click that notification bell for any updates that are coming your way and any new videos. But in the meantime, tell me what your thoughts are of today's video. Are my predictions going the way that you would think that they would finish? Castleford in 9th. I'm hanging my hat on that because they are just a team in transition. They could completely prove me wrong, but that's where my heart is at the moment. They'll finish above Wakefield, which is a positive for them, but not a playoff picture team. I don't see them having enough quality in there. They have some good players, but I need a couple, like someone a little bit more on a higher level. Don't get me wrong, the halfbacks that they've got on the day, if they get back form, could push them forward. Got it at the moment. Will they flourish under Radford? It's remains to be seen. But yeah, you please tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, if I'm right. Tell me where you think they'll finish. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video wide, share, tag people in. But in the meantime, stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.